Hello guys, I hope you're doing as well as possible. Today, I decided to bring you a very important reading. Actually, I recorded this video yesterday and unfortunately, I deleted the first part of the video, which it showed me using this oracle that I developed using a turtle shell and some snake bones here. And the message that I channeled was related to subconscious wounds. And I decided to bring that as a reading for you. On my Instagram, I'll be posting small videos related to this topic throughout the week for you to get even more messages related to your situation in specific. So, bringing to you guys, I have 3 options. So the first one is this cat's eye. The pile 2 is this beautiful amethyst. And for pile 3, we have this Amazonite. So you have to pick one of these crystals to receive your message. And don't forget to check on the timestamps that I will post down below, so you can choose directly and go directly to your video to get your specific message. Okay, so see you soon. Hi, for the ones who picked pile number 1 with the cat's eye. Let's dive deep on what does your subconscious wants to bring to you. So, what is the message that wants to come through? What is asking to be healed for the ones who chose pile number 1? I'm going to shuffle the cards right now. For those who picked pile number 1, what is the message for their subconscious? What wants to be healed? What wants to come out? Okay. Many things, of course. Many things to be healed. Many things to unravel. But we have the 8 of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The 4 of Cups. The Prince of Wands. 10 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords. I'm gonna also pick another oracle deck. What is asking to be healed from the subconscious of pile number 1? And 2 more here from another one, the Lenormand cards. What is asking to be healed for the ones who chose pile number 1, please? This candle that I've lit, it smells like a bit woody, a bit citrusy. I don't know, it has to be with wounds connected to the family, connected to the roots, connected with communication. Let's see what else we have here. isolation, enterprise, escape. The child, the coffin, and the house. Okay, so like I was saying, it has to do with the roots. Okay, yeah, that's what I just said. The roots, house, family, the sense of stability, and the wound connected to the childhood. So that's what wants to come out. Something that made you isolate, made you escape, you know, from this reality. So things weren't good at home. So you felt that the only way out, since you couldn't leave your house, would be just to isolate yourself. Therefore, blocking yourself from dealing with that wound, of course. I also feel that you also had this need to, you were very trying hard to finally leave your parents' house or the house you were raised. You couldn't wait to finally have your independence. Maybe that led you to do some reckless actions. And you overload yourself trying to forget. You're trying to prove your worth through your actions because you weren't seeing in your own house. You weren't seeing your mats weren't met. And I feel this difficulty to talk, the energy is a lot heavier. You normally take time, a lot of time to process what happens, the thing that happened to you. You don't like to rush over things. You like to take your time to sometimes not only analyze the situation, because I can see here that you tend to isolate yourself and not face your wounds, the problems that you have. And then you just focus like on your work. Like, I have this problem, I have something that hurts a lot. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on work and the things that I want to build. And, only then I can prove myself worth it of something. And you overwork. You do a lot of things in the name of being independent. Because deep down, you're only trying to prove your worth. But let me tell you, you have worth by your own existence. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. And not only that, we tend to think that we only have worth on the things that we do. So if we feel that we don't do much, or if we don't do good enough for our standards, that's definitely not something that, will work, like will give you this reward in your head. But guess what? Even if you overwork, even if you kill yourself like with so much work, you're still not fulfilling yourself. Even if you can achieve a lot of good things, material things, maybe it's something that vanishes really quick, like the feeling of having it. Okay, I got it. What's the next step? What can I do to, to get to the next level? Okay, I bought myself a car. Okay, what's the next step? And then you never get fulfilled because you're always trying to prove your worth. But guess what? You won't be proving your worth by your work. You're proving your worth when you look at yourself and you see worth in yourself. Of course, easier said than done, but that's the thing that wants to come out. You're always going to feel locked in this infinite wheel of trying to achieve the best, the next thing, because then, only then, you will find a little bit of fulfillment inside of your heart. And that's not the way. Otherwise, you will die searching for that fulfillment. And this fulfillment, it's very needed. It's very possible to be achieved by not keeping on searching for the next thing that you want to achieve, So, okay, this is the message, like the thing that wants to come out, like finally seeing worth in yourself, not only like trying to keep overworking to prove yourself something that won't be proven by work. So, how does pile number 1 can heal this wound? How can pile number 1 see their worth? How can pile number 1 heal this wound? Just came to my mind, but we will look at the cards, but it also came to my mind the idea of having a hobby and creating things. The moment that you create things and not having to, oh, I'm going to create some music, and then it's something that you're maybe not even going to show that to anybody, and you feel proud for the little progress you make, Again, not trying to, get money from that, or, prove yourself that you can make good music. No, it's just like something that you can create and can feel proud of yourself. Maybe it's cooking a healthy meal. Maybe it's cooking a very delicious and a bit more complex meal, and then you see yourself doing that and you created something for yourself. You kind of spoiled yourself, and not putting pressure on the things that you want to do. So how does pile number 1 can heal this specific wound related to overwork and proving their worth? How can pile number 1 heal from this specific wound related to overwork and proving their worth? Okay, so we're going to take another oracle deck that I love to use, is the Metatron Oracle deck. I need 2 cards from here. How does pile number 1 can heal from this? Okay, nice. 2 cards here. And the last one, the I forgot the name of this deck, but it's an animal oracle deck. So how can pile number one heal from this wound specifically? The wound of overworking, overdoing to prove their worth. Three. I know this one needs to come out reverse, so let's check the whole thing. So first of all, we have Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Like what I said about finding yourself a hobby that you can not put pressure on yourself. We have the Flamingo Spirit, embrace the between. And we have the skunk spirit, know your worth. Wow. Wow, right? Well, what can I say? So we have also the fish, the, not the flowers. Yeah, the flowers, but there is the other one that is called the bouquet. This one is the flowers. Message. We have idealism, independence, and principle. We also have green with heart healing. Yeah, this comes from the heart. This comes from, knowing your worth. And Archangel Sandalphon with you now. So what I see by this card specifically is that you are not alone. You are never alone. You can ask for spiritual help always, like always, to help you heal that. Because, of course, normally we try a lot of things, but if we can ask for help from our spiritual guides, they can help you in a level that we sometimes cannot reach consciously. So that would be very valid as well. So ask for help, like in the way that a prayer or in the way of a meditation, or just like try, if you've never done that before, just try to close your eyes, open your heart, talk to them like you would talk to a friend, asking for help. Maybe sometimes that will be difficult for some of you, but it's something that's worth trying. So we have King of Cups, Eight of Swords again, Six of Wands, the Magician, and Two of Swords. So this is how you're going to heal yourself. So how? Well, the Six of Wands really talks about, feeling like a champion. Look at how much you've already achieved in your life. Look how far you've came. That's something that is really important. Sometimes we just focus on the future, what we want to achieve, what we want to buy, what we want, and we forgot to look back and be grateful for the things we've already done. And you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for yourself. Maybe you had help. Possibly you had a lot of spiritual help as well, but be grateful for yourself, for spiritual guidance, for your friends, your family, whatever. But try to see yourself, know your worth. It really talks about that. You have plenty. You have plenty. And sometimes you compare yourself with people that apparently have more, but sometimes they are very unhappy in other areas that you're very happy. Stop comparing yourself. You have plenty, okay? So the moment that you realize that, things start to flow and you finally find yourself that fulfillment, that you were always trying to find through work, overworking, overdoing, or, you know. So the moment that you realize that, and again, you have a spiritual guidance, you have to be gentle with yourself, really try to find something that you can put your, maybe something artistic, maybe something related to writing, poetry, or just writing for yourself, writing stories, fictional stories, true stories, whatever you want. But do something that won't be a burden or something that oh my God, I suck at this. I will, you know. So you have everything that you need. You really have everything that you need here. Something that is important is coming back to your principles. Remember what your principles are. Sometimes you don't think about them a lot, or sometimes you just never thought of them. But try to, what is important for you? What's really important for you? That's what you have to ask yourself. Sometimes you're just on automatic mode and you just like follow what you think that you should be doing, and you don't ask yourself what is important for you. Maybe you're just trying to achieve something that people told you were meant to achieve by your age right now, or I don't know. Connect with those principles, something that is really true to you and makes sense only for you sometimes. Try to follow this, and you will find yourself looking for things that makes more sense to you. Therefore, you'll find more of this fulfillment to finally heal your heart, finally see your worth, the worth that could not be brought to you in your own house, in the place that you were raised sometimes. Most of the times it's like that. So, okay, that's what I have for you. I really wish everything good in your life. I hope you can heal the best you can and finally learn to see your worth, Okay. You can book private readings with me, to get more details about all of this and about many other things that you wish. So don't forget me to also follow me on my Instagram. I'll be posting videos there as well, short videos on there. Possibly I will be posting in this next week a bunch of other videos related to this topic. Okay, so take care. See you in the next time. Bye bye. Hi everyone. For those who are drawn to the amethyst, these. Hi everyone. For those who are drawn to the amethyst, let's go to your reading. So the question is, what do you have to heal? So first we analyze what do you have to heal, and then we analyze how you can heal this wound. Okay, so you've picked the amethyst, and I've also lit this very cute and small candle of lavender. So maybe that will also bring a little bit of insights for us. So what is the wound of pile number 2 that is asking to be healed? What is the wound? What is a message from the subconscious? I'm already feeling quite tense with a heavy energy. Um, like you're very worried about something right now. Maybe it's not even connected to the topic of the reading. Okay, what is the wound that wants to be healed? Pile number 2. What is the wound that is asking to be healed from pile number 2? These 2, yeah. And I'm gonna also, because I forgot to explain that, I'm using the tarot cards, the Lenormand cards, and now the Oracle deck with astronomical placements. So what is the hue? See, I'm tripping over my words. I'm forgetting things. Maybe you're so stressed that that's what you have been doing. Okay, what's the wound that is asking to be healed? Pile number 2. It's very, very deep. Maybe it's something from other lives. Okay, let's analyze the whole situation, like the whole wound. And then we analyze how we can heal that. So we have friendship. We have detachment. We have fortune with the sun in Leo, Venus in Aquarius, and Moon in Cancer. Those don't need to be your placements, but we have the fish, the man, the mountain, and the clouds. I'm gonna ask you to do something. So if you can, take a deep breath and let it out for 2 more times. Okay. All right. I'm way calmer now. Good. We have the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords, Four of Cups, the High Priestess, and the World. I'm getting different messages here. One of them is like, you don't feel that you can trust people. You never felt you could trust people for anything. You've always felt like, this world is a very cruel place, a very, everybody's just trying to survive no matter the cost. And if other people will have to go through you, over you, to get what they want, they will. So you tried your best throughout your whole life, or maybe most part of your life, or recently, to detach yourself, to not be so connected to people because they seem to hurt you. Another message that is coming through is that you never feel capable enough. You want to achieve one type of goal and you don't even try to reach that goal. You would love, for example, let's suppose I want to buy a house, but I'm not gonna even try because the things that I'm doing now, I would, how could I, you know, how could I? Um, you feel that, I feel this sense of inability, this sense of you can't put action on what you want, and you feel that you can't because all the cards here, they are very static. They are very like, this guy is just thinking. He is with a bunch of swords with him, but he's not acting. This one has a bunch of cups, but whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, deep down you care, but it's not like you're going to do anything about it. The Hanged Man, that is the card of the perfect card for non-action. So, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the one that studies a lot, has a lot of knowledge, but keeps all hidden. And then we have the World that talks about you having it all, you being able to have it all. And yet you don't. You can't. You have more ability, more capability than you imagine, and yet you do not. So all these things kind of merged together. And I see that maybe, like I said, is something that from your past life, that you were crushed so bad by someone else or for a group of people that you feel that you cannot trust them or a group or anybody else, so you just detach. Um, the other perspective of this reading is like, you have so much, like you have so much potential and you don't act upon them because you feel that you're going to fail anyways. So why do we even try? You know, why should you even try? Because you've already failed in your perspective so many times. Why should you even try to get what you desire? But you have everything. That's the thing. You have everything that you can. You have help. You have um, the knowledge. You have, so many things that can help you get what you want, but yet you do not. I think that you only chose the amethyst here because maybe you are already very connected spiritually, but you don't use that in your favor. The lavender here being, a smell that makes you, you know, maybe a bit more relaxed. Because, in the beginning I was feeling very anxious. I want to see if there's something more. What is asked to be healed from pile number 2, from their subconscious? Thank you. We have the Fool. I was trying to remember the name in English. The Devil. 3 of coins, again with the idea of friendship. And the 9 of wands. Again, this idea of I have to protect what's mine, otherwise people will steal it because there isn't for everybody else. You know, I have to save what is mine. I have to fight for the things that I want, otherwise I will starve, I will be poor, people will steal what I have already. And yeah, this is a very scarcity mentality that you've been having. So okay, so maybe that's it, because maybe in your childhood you had almost no money, or maybe that's also it, you know, the idea, not even like the idea of not trusting others, but for some of you, yeah, but deep down not wanting to share things with others because you feel that you're going to be left without it. So okay, how can pile number 2 heal this wound? Gosh. Okay, it's on the floor. I'll grab it in a few. How can pile number 2 heal from this wound of lack mentality, of survival mode almost? Oh. I'm not going to take these ones though. Crazy, we have the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups, but I won't get these. How can you heal from this wound specifically? How can pile number 2 heal from this wound of lack mentality, of scarcity? Okay, thank you. How can pile number 2 heal this wound of scarcity? I think you should ground yourself and do some type of breath work, meditation, if you can. That can help you a lot. How can pile number 2 heal this subconscious wound from lack mentality? Okay, I've got a lot of cards here, because I know that these can be very complex and painful and not very easy to see. How can pile number 2 heal from this scarcity mentality? Okay. So let's analyze it. We have fire with dragon strength, recognizing your strength. Kundalini, untapped energy. So something that will make you all the centers of energy in your body or your chakras aligned, because I've been feeling some disalignment here, something that you can fix through breath work, through meditation. And again, lilac, higher realms and magic. That's it's complex, but you'll see what I'm saying. So here we have. So can you see that you have the fire, which is basically the basic chakra, the first chakra, and lilac, which is connected to the higher chakra. So you see, you have to balance yourself. You have to focus on your material life and also on the spiritual life and find the balance between it. By that, you are going to put a lot of work in your body, in your work, but at the same time, you have to connect yourself with something bigger to remind you that nothing lacks in this world, in this universe. The universe is abundant, the universe is prosperous, and by doing that, you remind yourself there's no lack. You're not going to starve. You're not going to, feel that if you don't get that opportunity, if you don't, maybe that's another thing that you're stressed about. You're afraid of losing an opportunity or something that you're not comfortable with. But if you don't take that opportunity, you're going to, fall short and don't have that again. The universe is quite abundant. You'll get more opportunities, don't worry. People won't steal everything that you have, but you have to find balance between spiritual life, material life, through connecting with your own body and connecting with your own soul. Only then, and I know, again, easier said than done, but there are ways. There are ways for you to overcome this wound. We have rebellion, fortune again. Again, you have a lot of fortune. You have a lot of potential to work with, and protection. Asking for spiritual help, protecting your energy as well. Maybe you just, leak a lot of your own potential out because you don't work in your own boundaries. So that will be very useful. We have dolphin spirit with this and that are true. Vulture spirit, nothing wasted is wasted. So maybe you always keep on trying to, you're always thinking, oh my God, I just wasted this opportunity. I just wasted this time. Nothing is wasted. Give with gratitude and grace with turkey spirit. So again, you have a bunch to give. The more you give, sometimes maybe you will feel more abundant the more you give. Normally, we tend to think that abundance is only receiving money, only that. But most of the times is actually being able to also give a lot. That's one of the things that makes you feel very abundant as well. Having this capacity of giving, it's only a proof of how much you have. Open to infinite possibilities. So Again, the world is infinite. The world, the universe is abundant. There's no lack. We have the sun, again, connecting with the energy of fire. We have the snake that also talks about knowledge, about fire. I connect to this animal with the element of fire. We have the ship, maybe in connecting with other people, traveling, being able to open and expand your vision, your perspective. The more sometimes you connect with other people, you can see their different realities and the different ways of being. That's also something that I consider very abundant, the possibility of doing that. We have justice, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Tower, and the King of Wands. Knowing that nothing is permanent, however, everything is moving. Um, everything comes to you and everything goes. This state of flow, because again, we are in the capitalism, we are in this, we only have to have it and have it and have it more, and we don't give out. Even if you feel that you lose, it's just another state of things. We have summer, we have winter, we have the time that we need to rest, that, everything seems that is not moving, everything seems to be, still stagnant, and we get desperate when that happens because we always want action. We are in society that always want action all the time, but that's totally unsustainable. The Tower comes here to say that it's very important for things to crumble, to finish, to end, and we have to have this movement. We have to have the Nine of Cups, which is happiness, wealth, being able to share, being able to give, to receive a lot of money, abundance, happiness, wealth, but also the moments where we have to transform that everything. We have the Justice and the King of Wands. You have uh, the wisdom, the clarity. You have to have the wisdom, the clarity to find the balance, find the emotional strength to go through these periods without losing your mind. We have the Seven of Wands who talks about like being strong and not losing yourself in the moments of pure happiness, in the moments of sadness or, perceived chaos. You have to hold yourself in this. Again, this came like right under the Kundalini card, which is again the center of everything. You have everything that you need to heal yourself. It's a bit more complex than like all the other things, but it's totally doable. You have everything that you need. Focus on your work, but also focus on your spiritual connection that you have. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attracted to the amethyst. But yeah, and the lavender, calm down. The world is not going to end because of one of two things that happened not in the way that I expected. So this is what I have for you, pile number 2. If you want to book a private reading, you can see the description down below. I'll be also posting more of these videos on my Instagram, so make sure that you follow me there. So, okay, that's it. I hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Hi everyone. And for those who picked the Amazonite, I also lit a candle of cypress and oak moss. This one is delicious. Oh my god. So let's find out what are the wounds that are needing to be healed, and what we can do to heal them. Okay. So let's get started. And oh my God, already clumsy here. What are the wounds that are asking to be healed from pile number 3? What are their conscious, subconscious messages that wants to come through? I don't know why, but I feel a block in my heart. But we'll check that. What are the wounds from pile number 3 that are asked to be healed? What wants to come to light? And I need to pick another one because I feel like it. And the Lenormand cards. What part of the subconscious of pile number 3 are asking to come to life? To come to light, actually, come to life. Is something dormant on you? Okay, so let's check what is the theme here, and then we have a fair that all are already showing us the picture of a heart, rebellion, enthusiasm, again very much connected to the heart, and order. But that came out reversed, and I feel like having it reversed, reading it reversed. We also have mountains, flowers, the letter, tree, the bear, connecting with something connected to home, maybe the way that you were raised, and you bring some type of burden or pain connecting to the heart, something that you've been carrying since you were a child. But okay, King of Cups reversed, King of Wands reversed, the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, everything is reversed here? Yeah, everything is reversed here. So 4 of Swords and the High Priestess. Maybe we have a few cards that were similar to pile number 2. So maybe if you already felt like maybe you were in doubt with the amethyst and the amazonite, so maybe there's a message for you there, not necessarily only if you were drawn to pile number 2 as well, but anyway, let's focus here. A lot of blocked energy, and I feel it's coming from the heart. It's coming from the mother part of the family. And that, for something that happened, is connected to the way that you perceive yourself and you perceive your ability of loving. King of Cups and King of Wands, normally they are very open. They are very charismatic. At least I consider these two very charismatic. And maybe you have this idea that, oh, you're not good enough, or, you know, you're very limited in the more social aspects, you know. You feel that the things that you do don't come out naturally, the things that you try to be, the way that you are is not truly reflecting who you truly are, if that makes sense. So everything is very hidden here. Everything is like you have a blockage in your heart, and that prevents you from being or expressing your true identity because you feel that you are going to be very judged. You're going to be the way that maybe your mother did, or a mother figure of yours did. So you're scared of repeating that. So you blocked your heart. I feel this block in your heart. And that's preventing for you to be your true self. You're holding back too much. You're holding back too much. The way that you communicate, the way that you flow through life, that's the thing. You don't flow through life. It's almost like you're in the automatic pilot. You're just like trying to live one day at a time. And the feelings of enthusiasm, the feelings of love and relationships in general are very dull, because you're blocked. Those other piles, I had more trouble trying to understand everything, but this one is very, very, very explicit. And not only that, Amazonite, I connect that with, this part, communication and the heart, the way that you love, feel loved, and the way that you talk about your ideas, you communicate yourself, you regulate yourself. So that's the energy that you need to heal. And again, cypress, oak, moss, very earthy, very connected, these green things connected to the heart. And yeah, I mean, this is explicit enough for me. So let's try to see how we can heal this. How we can heal this. I'm so sorry for what you've been through. I bet it's not easy at all. For feeling like weighed down by your family, by people in your life that you were expecting to be loved. So, how does pile number 3 can heal this wound? How can pile number 3 heal this block? I feel like this one coming out in reverse, this one popped out. How can pile number 3 heal this wound, please? Wow, okay. Another one that popped out. I'll be grabbing it very soon. How can pile 3 heal this wound, please? I just feel like getting a lot of cards for this one. Okay, the Leatherman cards. How can pile number 3 heal this wound, please? I just feel like getting this in this way. And with the spiritual, animal spiritual oracle, how can pile number 3 heal this wound that is asking, begging to be healed? One more. This one. And the last one with the Metatron Oracle deck. 3 from this, 3 or 4, please. How can pile number 3 really heal this wound? Please. How can pile number 3 heal this wound, please? So let's start with this. We have Archangel Sandalphon again. With spiritual help, you can ask for help for your angels, your guides to heal you in a way that you consciously cannot achieve, cannot reach, so you still have to ask for help. Action, movement needed. Maybe you have to be more aware of that wound throughout your actions, throughout the relationships that you're going to bring to develop in your life. So you have to make a conscious effort to get through all of this. We have mystery and mastery of life with indigo. Being aware through therapy, through counseling, through meditations that will work. Like if you want to search for shadow work on YouTube, there are a bunch of people explaining how to do that properly. Maybe it would be very nice for you to, you're going to connect with your inner child. You're going to, revisit a lot of things that are not the most comfortable thing to do, but it's what can heal you. And we have boundaries, set them daily. Sometimes you don't set boundaries enough because you feel that maybe if you set boundaries, you're going to lose more people than you already did. So maybe you just let all of them in and you don't respect your own energy. We have acquisition. We have assertion, manipulation. You have the power to manipulate this energy. We have escape, enthusiasm. Again, you can bring enthusiasm to your life. And caution, but it's in reverse. So again, I'll be getting Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. It definitely is. You can connect it with it at any time to ask you to ask it to heal you. We have be at home with a wombat spirit. Dragonfly spirit through transcends illusions, because the truth is love. It can sound very cheesy and very cliche, but see again, otter spirit, you are never alone. You were never alone. Really. Love is all around you. I really wish you could feel it. There is love in the world. You just have to thaw your heart with action. You've been a long time without action, but you know now. And when we know, we are responsible for the knowledge that we carry. So we have the tower, the sun. There are people here that you really need to get out of your life. Snake, child, and coffin. A lot of messages. Let me just first, let me just get these, the ones that fell off. We have the Lord, the Emperor, the Three of Swords, And the Queen of Swords, the Prince of Wands in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the only one upright was the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Many things here. So first of all, you have to put boundaries. Put boundaries onto people that no longer are valid in your life, or no, they just make you repeat the same fucking pattern again and again. So please, leave these people, like, or at least try to avoid them the maximum that you can. Now is the time for you to mature and put action into that wound of yours concerning your heart. You have all the capability of the world to heal that. Again, you are never alone. You have a spiritual help. You can look for counseling, for therapy. You can look for true friends that can help you really heal your heart, to finally feel that through all of your connections. Sometimes we spend money with things that we don't need, but therapy, or I don't know, a meditation class, you can find a bunch of those for free on YouTube here. Shadow work, you have to put on the action to finally heal yourself. Okay? Study, meditate, do what you have to do, because then you're finally going to get into a new phase of your life that you'll be able to finally feel loved again. Feel love again in general. Doesn't need to feel loved, but feel that love, the thing that pulsates your heart, and but you have to heal that child. And again, it sucks because it wasn't, us that, hurt that child, but it's our responsibility to heal them. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. I'll be definitely bringing more of this topic of reading on my Instagram. Feel free to follow me there as well. Maybe you will find something that can be also useful in this journey for you. If you want to book a private reading, you can find all the details down in the description. And I really hope you like this. See you in the next one. Bye bye.